Red Dead RP is more cringe than GTA RP. This isn't even a new concept, everyone's always thought this, but when you think about it, all the shit that makes GTA cringe makes Red Dead cringe. Like you have e-gangsters and e-outlaws, both of them act like those kids that punch walls for fun.
Raise his hand. Yeah, when somebody does something I don't like, for some reason, my natural instinct is to just react with violence.
No the fuck it ain't, bro. You raised your hand to talk shit. Like the two communities even share stereotypes, like the law just sitting on the porches all day and the EMS just sitting at the hospital. Little they say, these two communities aren't that different from each other, and it's crazy how Red Dead is considered so much more cringe. But why? You can go with the belief that roleplay in itself is cringe, but I don't really think that's true. Cringe is usually something that most people find uncomfortable, right? And as time goes on, like roleplay just became more and more popular. D&D exploded during the pandemic, and on top of that, people are doing cool shit. Massive ass wars with like medieval armor and shit like that, or hosting giant like airsoft zombie events. When it comes down to everything I just mentioned, one thing they all have in common is all of them are done for fun. The roleplay aspect is just an add-on. So you could go with the mindset that roleplay becomes cringe when you take it too seriously. But then what about acting? Acting is just another form of role-playing, so if roleplay is cringe, shouldn't acting be cringe? No, because they're good at it. Roleplay only really becomes cringe when you take it too seriously and still do it poorly. The problem is that these people are not actual actors. They cannot pretend to be someone that is nothing like who they are in real life, and then manage to do it convincingly. At the end of the day, these people are not Anthony Starr, bro, so you cannot expect them to, have Anthony Starr levels of acting. My problem is that they keep on trying to do that shit though, and it's fucking horrendous and comes off as some of the worst roleplay I've ever watched in my entire life. Not even some professional actors are capable of pulling off what you're attempting to pull off. Jack Black can't play a convincing villain, Rachel Zegler can't play a good person, and Kevin Hart can't play anyone besides Kevin Hart. When it comes to your characters, you should try to play a character that's at least a little bit true to who you are. Because you're not a professional actor. You cannot pull off somebody that's nothing like you. It also makes it to where you don't have to try as hard, so everything comes off as more natural. Here's a good example from Furious Fade. This is not the best example because all his videos are an hour long. Catch me dead doing that shit. I need to do my FAFSA, bro. I should have done my FAFSA 2 months ago, and instead I'm making stupid ass YouTube videos.
Why is the homie call me? Yeah, brother. I'm not sure though.
I only hit 4 of my bullets. Blood, I'm hit, blood.
I'm hit too, bro. I'm on my last, bro. Like literally, y'all ever played Minecraft?
Yeah.
I'm on that half a heart right now, gang. Oh, I'm so tight.
These niggas standing still while getting shot, blood. The other nigga in his head getting shot at. Like the other nigga is over here just being used.
Blood, and you ain't even blow back. Did you even blow back, blood?
I couldn't see them, blood. You couldn't see them.
I had no
you couldn't see them at all.
Had a perfect view.
That shit blown me. Wait.
You could not see them at all, blood. I'm talking about these niggas hiding from behind the bush shooting.
I had a perfect view.
On some other shit, New York niggas have to be gay. They just have to be raging homosexuals. Like, listen to these niggas dialogue. Like, you get me so tight right now. You get me so tight. You get me so tight. Man, I'm bricked, nigga. It's bricked outside. Yo, my heart. What you mean, my heart? You calling niggas organs now? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like he the love of your life? Hey bro, there's nothing wrong with being gay. These niggas just need to admit it already, bro. If you need another example, here's an example of Sterling doing a really shit accent, but then doing a really good one.
Going to me to ride with you, sir.
We have the same haircut.
Go ahead. It's your funeral.
Oh, sorry, you not want me to. I am excited. We are going to have honorable martial fight.
Yeah, well, I came here because I'm actually a secret mass murderer serial killer. What do you mean? I was just holding over my shoulder because I just bought it. Excuse me, darling, I don't suppose you're entirely opposed to getting behind that bar and serving me and my friends a couple of lagers?
This is so much worse in Red Dead. I swear to God, the amount of times I've heard a pasty ass white man try to pull off a Native American accent is fucking diabolical. Like them niggas might as well join the Siberian police because this shit is a sonic weapon.
Way up from the heavens.
Hey, my friends.
How's it going there?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Why does your face look like my horse's asshole?
That's rich coming from you.
It really does look like you've been eating horse ass all day.
Oh yeah, and you've been bathing in it, you son bitch.
You look like you've been eating it all day.
Like, do you see what I mean? Eating it all day. Like, bro, like, this is what happens so often, is that they understand one part of an accent, one, like, minuscule piece of the dialect, and they will just use that for everything. Like, Native Americans do extend some words, but not every fucking word, right? You're not extending every single sentence. Alright, if you need help understanding the complete stupidity of this imitation, people from Baltimore combine words, right? Like, for example, last year, right? They combine last and year. Imagine if someone off that one tidbit of information decided to try to copy a Baltimore accent. They would sound stupid as shit.
No, you shot my chief.
Fucking whitest dude on planet Earth. Why did you shoot my chief?
Okay, so to elaborate a little bit on what I meant by because they're good at it, if roleplay is cringe, shouldn't acting be cringe? No, because they're good at it. I mean that when you look at the actors, you don't see the actor. When you look at Anthony Starr, you don't see Anthony Starr, you see Homelander. I bet most of you niggas didn't even know his name was Anthony Starr. Like, the guy isn't even American. I'm pretty sure he's Australian or some shit. When I was watching Umbrella Academy season 1 through 3, I was constantly being like, why would he do that? Why would she do that? Oh my god, that is such a thing that he or she would do. Can somebody kill this bitch already, bro? Damn. The thought of why would the writers do that didn't even pop into my mind until season 4, because they had me immersed. They had me so immersed that I forgot that this show wasn't reality for a second. And that's what good role playing is. That's what good acting is. Something that makes you want to lean into the stories. And it should be the same thing for the role players. The role players should be trying to act, to play a character. And that's where the problem comes in. There are 3 types of roleplay characters, not role players, roleplay characters. Ego characters, static characters, and AA characters. A good example of static characters are Cheeto Head, Crown, Stax Wapo. These people get you invested in the comedy, so they don't really care about good character development. In the same way, in a comedy movie, they're not going to be the most complex 3D characters you've ever seen in your entire life, and their character arcs probably aren't going to be that good. Probably gonna be simple as shit like, I was scared at first and now I'm not scared anymore. Want an example? Look at any Kevin Hart action movie ever. The next type is author actor characters. These are people who play actual like characters that they authored and are acting. Like, for example, the Wallaby Kid series. When these creators think about what their next move is, they're not thinking about what they would do, they're thinking about what their character would do, what the established lore of this person would have done. So while they themselves wouldn't have killed that person, their character would have. So they kill the person in the game. AA characters typically have an overarching story and like actual build up. For example, the Wallaby Kid. Wallaby started off as like an anti-hero and then eventually he just became a villain, bro. As his legend grew, he changed as a person. Like, Wallaby stopped going by Kid, his voice got way deeper, his gang changed from being called the Dead End Kids to Van Horn. And you could see in how people reacted to his whistling as the series went on that he was getting more dangerous, because Wallaby was known for robbing to the point when you heard him coming, everyone would freak the fuck out, screaming at everyone to get their guns out because Wallaby was there.
Frank dressed in his top nines over here, and you're going to dress like that with that schmutty wop.
Not only that, there's a bunch of people outside right on the corner.
Whistling is what happened right before they robbed the place. They're gonna try to rob the saloon. We're gonna shoot these men if they come in here.
What are you talking about?
Them Wallaby boys, they whistling right before they come in.
Don't sit down.
Right, well, the
They're
saloon
gonna
got
steal
robbed.
things from you.
Oh no, it's a Wallaby Kid. Fuck me. Whenever you hear that whistle, we need to leave.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Get your guns out.
Who whistle?
Get your guns out.
I don't have a gun. I just got a bow.
I don't get your
I'm just
bow
sitting
out.
in-
Get your
Wait, what's
fucking
it?
bow out.
I know that noise.
What is it?
What is that?
That the Wallaby Kid. Well, we're either gonna get robbed or we're gonna get a chat.
Whistling. You hear that?
Fucking damn it.
But one thing that can ruin an AA character is a shitty server. The perfect example of this is Desperado RP. This is Wallaby the Kid, the most wanted outlaw in the entirety of his server. And this is Butcher Brown, the most dangerous outlaw in the entirety of Desperado RP. Both of these men were considered the most dangerous people on their respective servers. So why is Wallaby cool but Butcher Brown cringe. It's not that Wallaby's more intimidating than Butcher. I would actually say it's the opposite. Why Wallaby has a babyish voice and just looks like a normal guy, Butcher goes out of his way to look intimidating. He has this massive ass horse with horns. He carries them, like, just look at the pictures. Like, fuck it all, just look at the pictures. And it's not that he's taking it seriously. Wallaby, or Vertigo Gaming, the guy that plays Wallaby, was also taking the game seriously and would kill people over disrespect and things like that. It's not the characters, it's the people around the characters. Wallaby cultivated a sense of fear through everyone else. Yes, Wallaby was scary because he would steal all the money you grinded like 7 hours to get, but he was also scary because people made him that way. Let's revisit some of the clips that I played earlier to show Wallaby whistling.
Whenever you hear that whistle, we need to leave.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Get your guns out.
I don't have a gun. I just got a bow.
I don't get your
I'm just
bow
sitting
out.
in-
Get your
Wait, what's
fucking
it-
bow out.
Even if you look back at the previous clips that I didn't include in this little segment here, in almost every one of them, there's someone who doesn't know who Wallaby is. But then everyone starts to panic, everyone gets up, everyone is on their guard. So they just immediately assume whoever Wallaby is, he's someone dangerous. And you can just imagine the experience for a new player on this server. You're just chilling, hanging out with your friends. All of a sudden you hear some random guy whistle, and then everyone freaks the fuck out, screaming to get your guns out, to get your bows out, to get whatever you have out, because Wallaby's coming. Who the hell is Wallaby? It makes him feel like some monster in the woods or something that everyone else knows about and is afraid of but you. And the craziest part is that even though you don't know who this guy is, that panic that everyone else is feeling sweeps you up. You get encapsulated in the moment, so you start to panic even though you don't know why you're panicking. And the reason people are able to play their fear so genuinely is because Wallaby is actually somebody that you do not want to run into. Wallaby isn't just stealing your virtual money, he's stealing the time that it took you to get that virtual money. And he's not just killing you, he's making you spend 15 minutes sitting there waiting to respawn. Or in other words, when you hear that whistle, it's better to try to run away because he's a genuine inconvenience. Also, it's not just robbing people and aura farming, it's an actual inconvenience for Wallaby as well because the cops are constantly on his ass because he's the most wanted man on the server. But on a server like Desperado, everyone's telling you to be afraid of Butcher Brown, but no one's really afraid of Butcher Brown. It's like none of you even try to avoid him, but yet you're telling me to be afraid of him. Like, you're not even scared of Butcher Brown. Why would I be scared of Butcher Brown? And on top of that, the cops don't even care about arresting this guy. Like, you see those two cops in this photo right there? Those are both cops. Those two guys sitting right there are both cops, and neither of them have even tried to arrest him once. Butcher has a cop character on the server, so that's why he's allowed to do shit like this. No one's afraid of Butcher Brown because no one's afraid of Butcher Brown. And why would they be? If Wallaby's a roadblock, Butcher's like a bump in the road. He doesn't really do anything, and as soon as he shoots or kills you, you're revived within 2 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if you ask me, the problem is how Butcher plays Butcher Brown. He plays him as like an ego power fantasy, and exactly how the people around him treat him and how the server is structured. Desperado is kind of like Grizzly Gang RP, where it's just like a bunch of microtransactions. That's how Butcher got that big ass horse. It's just meant for a bunch of losers to aura farm. Otherwise, RP is meant for high quality atmospheric gameplay with in-depth characters and character development and all that good shit. But once again, even if Butcher Brown was dropped into a server like Wild's RP, I don't think he would work even there because he just doesn't know how to play a good character. At the core of all ego characters, including Butcher Brown, they're just a self-insert alter ego power fantasy. And to protect that fantasy, they tie people up, kill people, ban people, get people arrested, just basically anything to get anyone they don't like away from them. Because as soon as somebody joins the server and they call them what they are, losers, their glass house begins to completely shatter. When it comes to ego role players, there's no stakes and no real story. It's basically a filler anime where the only purpose is to make some loser feel better about himself. So just for a little recap, the purpose of static characters is to have fun, the purpose of AA characters is to tell a good story like in D&D, and the purpose of these shitty ass ego role players is just to feel better about themselves. Crazy part is that GTA has more of these people, but because GTA's community is so much bigger, you're way less likely to run into them. But like I said earlier, because all ego characters are just self-insert alter ego power fantasies, they usually put little to no thought into them and they come out extremely half-baked. Like this, for example, right now these two people are trying to play the Chaos Gremlin and Guardian role. Usually the Chaos Gremlin is like a short person that just, you know, causes a lot of chaos, and the Guardian is the person that stops them from causing said chaos. Now the Chaos Gremlin is usually like slow in some way, not mentally deficient or anything, just like stupid. They usually just do whatever they want, not thinking about the consequences of their actions, and most of the time what they want to do is chaotic. Usually the Chaos Gremlin is some form of insane, because if they weren't, they would just be plain evil, and the Guardian is there to stop them from doing that stupid chaotic thing. Chaos Gremlins aren't necessarily evil, they're just like kind of mischievous and like to stir the pot, and usually they're very unpredictable. A good example of this relationship, let's say you have two twins and they're sitting in front of a building and they're looking at the building, and one of the twins opens a lighter and the other one closes it without even looking over at him and tells him he's not burning the building down. It's a very simple scenario, but it effectively shows the relationship between a Guardian and a Chaos Gremlin, because usually the Guardian does know the Chaos Gremlin very well. But in situations where the Guardians know the Chaos Gremlin for a long time, like the one we're finna see now, it makes sense for the Chaos Gremlin to kind of get away with a lot of their chaos, because at this point the Guardian's tired of stopping every little thing.
Hey,
Who the
Sapphire.
hell are you?
Whoa.
Put that gun away.
Whoa.
That's how I say hi.
So off jump, you can tell what she's trying to do here, like start chaos, you know? That's what Chaos Gremlins do.
I say hi to
Well, hello there.
Don't mind her.
She's
I'm the
crazy.
favorite child. I'm the favorite child.
I will watch what you say because she's my daughter.
This doesn't make sense. The Guardian is usually used to the Chaos Gremlin being called crazy by other people, because that's what they are, and they're desensitized to it by this point because they've known him for years. And since she's role-playing as her daughter, she's known her for years.
She
That's
pointed a
not fair.
damn gun at me.
I know, and I corrected her.
Oh, okay.
She owns the Valentine Saloon. I own the Bounty Hunters.
First of all, who the fuck asked? And second of all, she's way too coherent for a Chaos Gremlin. Chaos Gremlins are usually some form of insane on their Sigma type shit, so people can't really understand what the fuck they're talking about, because like I said before, they're insane. It can also help betray the bond between the Chaos Gremlin and the Guardian, because the Guardian's typically the only one that can understand them since they've been together for so long. Now, of course, I don't expect them to do that here because she wants to roleplay, but she talks too sane for an insane person.
You're allowed to own stuff?
I own the Blackwater Bounty Hunters.
Are you on Fent?
What's that?
Could and would have been a good moment of characterization if she wasn't only doing this because she's not allowed to talk about things that didn't exist before 1911, and fentanyl wasn't created till like the 1950s. Good Chaos Gremlin moment, but it wasn't on purpose, so she's still a bad role player.
Are you okay, miss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where she is.
She like
I was
she
born
like
this way.
a little loopy in the head.
No.
might wanna
I do
not-
have really good hearing though, so I can hear everything you say.
That's
Even
all
when
right.
Your heart is beating. I can hear when your heart beats.
She clearly put zero thought into this character trait and only said it because it sounds cool. What if someone like screams or something, then what? You're gonna topple to the floor? Probably not. Next time you want to do the I have good hearing trope, tie two surround sound speakers to your ears and see how much you like it.
I know it's weird.
You shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
Are you new to the county?
Yeah, I'm fresh off the boat.
Don't mind the bodies in the street.
Oh, I guess this was that was this little psychopath, huh?
No, it was a bar fight.
Another good moment for characterization completely missed because this hoe was a bad actor. This would have been the perfect moment for you to do that little hee thing you've been doing this entire fucking time for no reason. Leaving people to wonder if you're reminiscing about killing all those people or reminiscing about watching all those people get killed. Either way, it's good characterization.
It's a bar fight.
You are not over fucking everything. This is another missed moment of good characterization.
Oh, okay. Has she got like the syndrome?
No, she does not.
What do I do? Ah!
She's out there killing folk, man. If that was a dog, you'd have to have it put down.
Wow, she finally made something that made sense for her character type. Wow, guess what? Now I'm even more mad because how the fuck did you not know how to do this before? Or is this one of your little happy accidents? Bitch, you're not Bob Ross even though you're 1 foot in the grave.
Stop!
He attacked me!
Stop it!
Ow!
Oh my god, settling trolls is the only light in my life. Yeah, alright, I'm done, bro. I've been working on this video for like a week now. I have at least 25 hours in it, even though it doesn't look like it because I'm shit at editing. Moral of the story, make something that anyone else besides yourself will be invested in. Stop making this ego role-playing bullshit where you just want to be cool because mommy never loved you and your dad beat the shit out of you when you were sick. I'd rather make that dumbass 100 men versus 1,000 cats video than do this shit again. Like, I did all this just for my video to look shit and to get 50 views, bro. This shit is actually tragic. Alright, I'm gonna go work on my next video. Bye.